not your first, so how about your first dinner party? Chef Randy Feltis has you're going to want to think about when you're having a dinner party, because you do not want to be completely stressed out.
I think there's going to be stress no matter what. There's people coming over. They're usually your friends, but regardless if they're friends or not, they're going to judge you. They really are. I know you're thinking they are, but they probably will.
They're gonna.
So you got to make sure you have it down.
Yes.
Simplicity is number one.
I think so. So be comfortable. We were saying, you know, don't go out and try a new recipe the day that people are coming to your house.
Do that. Do not do that.
That's like getting a haircut right before your wedding.
No, that's
like, just
a bad
don't do
idea.
it.
Do not
don't
do that.
it. Okay, so tip number one, keep your guest list manageable.
Yes.
So if, I mean, you don't want a ton of people coming over for your first dinner party.
No, I think, you know what, like the really nice one is 4 to 6.
I agree.
And then if you start getting into the double digits, like the 10s and 12s, if you have to go and buy more plates, you're kind of getting into a dangerous area, right? You're like, okay. So then you have to think everything through, exactly like hand motions and things like that.
Yes.
So I always find like a salad is a good way to start.
Excellent.
No cooking, really simple, really fresh, right?
Yeah.
Here we made a bib salad with watermelon and feta, very seasonal, lots of black pepper, and then balsamic and mint. So it says like, I'm cool, I want to feed you salads, but I like to party.
Right. So they all said, when you said it, because it sounds more complicated than it is. And I think that's kind of key too, to having the judgy people love you.
A little bit off, you know, it's something you might not order in a restaurant, but you're sitting at my dining room, so you're going to eat it, and guess what? Because it's watermelon and mint and balsamic, all these flavors, you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it. It's very fresh.
Straight up and simple.
And so what are we serving as our entree?
Okay, so entree, we're gonna do 2 really simple things. We're gonna do a pork chop, because you don't want to do the chicken, it's too plain. The beef there, you might have to take colors, you don't know, maybe somebody wants it well done, then you know I'm not gonna get along. It's gonna ruin the whole night. The whole night's out the door,
You're gonna be in a fight.
So we're gonna do a pork chop. So I just got the butcher to French off a pork chop here.
Yeah.
Now what we do have to pay attention is we have to cook this properly.
Yes.
Right? So make sure you have a cast iron pan, 2 minutes seared, turn it over, 4 minutes in the oven, 400 degrees, pull it out, let it rest.
Okay.
But one other trick that I like to do when people are coming over to my place is I like to actually have everything done ahead of time.
I agree. I think that this is an important thing. So the second thing you've done that's important is you've kept it simple.
Yes.
So you've kept the menu very, very easy. You've got a simple salad. You've got a pork chop per person, but also don't have that stress of all the eyeballs on you, and you're cooking while they're there watching you.
You can kind of look cool with your pork chop. You get the one thing you're cooking, a little cool. You got your pork chop, you seared off, you got everything else in control because your sauce is already done.
That's smart.
Basically like a little cream sauce, garlic shallots, white wine, cream, radicchio, mushrooms. Let it sit. Have it done. Have it on the counter when your guests come over.
Yes.
Have your pasta blanched off.
Right.
So this is blanched.
Why do you blanch it?
Because I can't have, I've got like a little short attention span. If I wait 10 minutes, right? Like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, what's going on? This wine's really good. I'm like, oh, the pasta, right? And then you're like, oh, now I have to serve penne because I don't have any more tag. And it's like, oh, the disaster starts to happen. So have it cooked off so when you're standing above it, you know, you're just going to reheat it simply. And then you're going to toss it back in. A little bit of pasta water is fine because if your sauce gets a little too thick, and you just thin it out a little bit. But there you go, there's no mistakes. And that's really the thing, because there's a lot going on at a dinner party.
Yeah, most of us feel very comfortable with pasta. I mean, that's easy. You're keeping it simple.
Right?
So prep ahead of time is what you did with the sauce.
Yep.
You made sure that was done. So if there's anything tricky or complicated in the recipe, get it done before they're there.
You got it.
And you'll feel a little bit more confident.
Now with 4 or 6, I think you can plate it. If you got some skills, you can make that happen, right?
Okay.
And if you're gonna plate it, just do something kind of funky and cool. So what I've got here is just a butcher fork.
I like what's happening here.
I'm just gonna pick up my fettuccine like this, right?
Okay.
Come on now. Wait for it.
Yeah.
All right. The final twist there. And we're not gonna get people too hungry here. A little slide off. Fix that up a little bit. Get yourself a little spoon, right?
I love it.
And then we go on top.
That looks amazing.
So Trace,
yes,
if you would just garnish that with a little bit of basil.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of cheese. And when I say a little bit, you can actually do this at the table. You know, you kind of team it up. So one partner's like doing the plating. The other partner's like, hey, look at me, I got a big block of cheese.
I'm the partner that's doing the drinks.
You got the big block of cheese and the drinks. And that's the other rule, Tracy. Keep the alcohol flowing.
Yes.
True story.
Because then it doesn't really matter what you cook. Right? Oh, that is beautiful.
Nice little simple
incision. Look at what I've done, everyone. Isn't that lovely? Look at it all.
That looks beautiful.
Okay, so plating this because it's a reasonable amount of people, but you
Yes.
can also serve family style.
You
If you're feeling the
can
pressure
serve
of
family
making it
style.
look pretty, family style's super easy. You've just put everything out there in a dish, and everyone can sort of share out what they want to have.
Kind of like our dessert.
Oh.
So what I've done, and I
okay.
normally find the dessert time comes along, everyone's had a little bit of tequila, everyone's had some wine, everyone's feeling good. I don't want to be in the kitchen plating all this stuff.
Right.
And plus, I hate making desserts.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so make it easy.
We're going to do cheese, but we're going to do one type of cheese.
All right.
Instead of a cheese board and complicating everything and have to tell everybody, make your little signs, we're going to
Yeah.
make one cheese that's going to blow everyone's mind.
Like a melted brie? Is that where we're, where
That's
we're
even
going?
too hard. We're going to
Okay,
simplify. We're
fine.
having fun at the
Okay.
table. So what I did is I took a triple cream brie.
Yeah.
Right? And I opened it up right down the middle.
Oh, nice.
Right?
A brie sandwich.
A brie sandwich. And then you're bringing it out to the table and you're just going to cut it in half, right?
Okay.
And you're going to lay it out like this. There we go. And what I've got in there is fresh turmeric.
Oh.
So it's like, I've never had that before.
Yeah.
So 6 years later, when they're talking turmeric, they're like, hey, Randy, you remember that brie you stuffed with turmeric?
Yeah.
And then you served with those crazy crostinis and just a little bit of olive oil? That's all we do.
Beautiful. Oh, that is such a good
And
idea.
now you can sit and graze and enjoy and relax.
Right, just chill out. The work is done. Everyone is so happy with the chef. You've done a great job.
Thank you so much.
I love that.